The note and the typos and all of it is very creepy, and it has almost a Zodiac quality to it. The note also indicated that Samantha may have been moved from Alaska and that she almost escaped twice, spelled wrong again, but mentioned that it happened once on Tudor Road and once in the desert. Must be losing my touch.
What was with the desert? You said she escaped on Tudor, and that was true. Almost escaped on Tudor. And then you said and once in the desert.
That was a calculation that I had in my head from the time the picture was taken to the time the ransom note was given was about 10 days, and I guess I was thinking make it sound as if she had been sold as a sex slave, maybe somewhere in Mexico. It's about how long it would take to drive there from the 13th and get back to Anchorage if you were driving.
In the ransom note, Keyes included the 16-digit card number for the debit card that Dwayne and Samantha shared.
I mean, it's obvious why I did it. The bottom line was to get money out of it. But at the same time, not like I didn't want to do it.
He said that he was planning on doing a ransom anyway, but that when he realized that real money was actually involved, it encouraged him to move forward with his plan.
Why $30,000?
I was following the story when I was in New Orleans, and I was amazed at how much money suddenly became involved.
And they're still working to determine the suspect. One thing we know about him, dark hooded sweatshirt, possibly a baseball cap. They're also just trying to determine if he acted alone, if he had help. Maybe someone else was waiting for him to take the girl back wherever they were going, Nancy.
There is a $60,000 reward in the case. Please help us find Samantha.
He felt very encouraged and wanted access to that money.
That was always the plan. That's why I had the debit card. That's why I got the number. That's why I had her phone. That's why that's the only things I kept. That's why I mentioned that I was following the story. That's how the $30,000 idea came up. I always knew that I was going to put something about money in the ransom note. Partly because I was curious to see if it would happen. I was curious to see if, see what would happen.
Wasn't that risky to ask for money on a debit card? That was no risky.
I didn't think so.
You didn't think you would be traced with your ATM transactions?
No.
He double-bagged the note and photo. They were actually on opposite sides of a paper, so one side had the note and the other side had the scanned photo on it, but he double-bagged this using gloves, so he never actually touched anything, and he got up early around 6 or 7 a.m. on February 24th and drove out to Connor Park. There was a bulletin board there that had a picture of a missing dog named Albert, and under the picture, Keyes stuck the bag containing the ransom note and photo. The ransom note demanded $30,000 be put on Samantha's debit card. Later that night, he went out to a car's parking lot and turned Samantha's phone on to send a text to Dwayne. This is the first word that anyone has heard about Sam since her abduction 3 weeks before. The text was very creepy. It said, Connor Park sign under pic of Albert, ain't she purty. He said that he waited until later in the evening to send the text because he wanted to make sure that snow would cover the tire tracks that his car made driving out there. That evening, Kimberly went out with friends for the Fur Rondi, which is a 2-week celebration of the Iditarod, and they had asked Keyes to be their designated driver. Keyes said that this was the perfect opportunity for him to go out. It was a great excuse for being out. He had started to get very curious, and he decided he wanted to drive by the park, and when he did, he saw all the police tape, so he knew that the note had been received. Then he decided to call Kimberly to see if she needed a ride anywhere.
Did he seem odd at the Iditarod? Was his behavior different?
Yes. Izzy's a very quiet person, which is what you've probably heard from a number of people. And
brother-in-law was in town, and we wanted to stop by.
His brother?
No, my brother.
Okay, all right.
So we said just half an hour. We'll just stay for half an hour. There's some out-of-town guests, and I kind of felt bad that I wasn't visiting with them. I was out by the fire with Izzy, and he was just very talkative, which is odd for Izzy. I don't know if he had a few beers in him or not.